Throughout history, there are tales of resilience, rebellion, and freedom. But within these stories, we also find moments of deep pain and exploitation. In this video, we'll uncover the chilling reality of buck breaking, a method used during the transatlantic slave trade to exploit and dehumanize enslaved male Africans. So prepare yourself as we explore 5 horrifying ways male slaves were exploited under these practices. This isn't just a lesson in history, it's a sobering reflection on the length humans have gone to assert power and control over others. But before we continue, you're welcome and welcome back to this channel. If you are new here, consider subscribing. Don't forget to turn on post notification because that will notify you whenever I will drop new content on this channel. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and share. So, when enslaved Africans were brought to the Americas, they were subjected to a lifetime of cruelty. But for many male slaves, the nightmare extended beyond forced labors. Slave owners and overseers used brutal methods to strip them of their humanity and instill fear in others. So let's start with one of the most devastating practices. One of the most notorious aspects of buck breaking involved public humiliation. Slave owners would single out strong, rebellious men, those seen as leaders among their peers. These men were stripped of their dignity in front of the entire plantation. In some cases, male slaves were physically restrained and sexually violated by their captors. This act wasn't solely about gratification, it was a psychological weapon. By attacking the strongest, they sent a clear message to the rest. Rebellion will lead to ultimate degradation. This form of exploitation was about breaking the will, chartering the mind, and ensuring compliance. The enslaved man became an example, a living warning for others who might dare to resist. But it didn't end there. On slave ships, where conditions were already inhumane, male slaves faced additional horrors. Many captains and crew members exploited their positions of power to abuse these men during their journey. For weeks, even months, enslaved men were subjected to constant torment with no way to defend themselves. The journey across the Atlantic became a living nightmare, leaving scars, physical and emotional, that never healed. Within the plantation, buck breaking wasn't just about control, it became a tool to destroy bonds of solidarity. By targeting male slaves in this way, overseers ensured that families and communities within the enslaved population were fractured. Male slaves who had been subjected to these atrocities often found it difficult to reconnect with their families or lead their communities. They were left vulnerable, isolated, and psychologically destroyed. Incredibly, these practices were often supported by laws of the time. Slave codes allowed owners to do virtually anything to their slaves as long as it didn't outright kill them. This legal backing gave plantation owners the freedom to exploit male slaves in unimaginable ways. These laws ensured that enslaved people had no recourse, no protection, and no hope of justice. The system was designed to perpetuate this circle of abuse and domination. And despite the horrors, enslaved people found ways to resist. Communities worked together to protect each other, passing on knowledge and forming networks of support. Male slaves who survived buck breaking often became symbols of resilience. Many even led rebellions, refusing to let their spirits be completely broken. Their bravery in the face of such horrors remains an enduring testament to the strength of the human spirit. Today, the story of buck breaking and other forms of exploitation reminds us of the depth of cruelty humans can inflict on one another, but they also serve as powerful lessons about the importance of justice, dignity, and the fight for equality. Let us honor the strength and resilience of those who endured these atrocities. Their stories must never be forgotten. So thank you for joining us in exploring this dark but important chapter of history. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that uncover the truth and spark meaningful conversations.